Hello, welcome to 101 Business. I'm Vivian Akinyosui. On the show today, we're taking a look at a very interesting topic, and that is how to gain recognition and respect at work. And to discuss this topic with me, we have Modupe Magdaudu on the show again. She is HR consultant and organizational development expert. Modupe, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I told you will come back.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
I hope you're good.
I am very.
And you like it here at the Radisson, don't you?
Beautiful weather, beautiful, the
scenery.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
All right, straight to business. How to gain recognition and respect at work. How about that? Where do I start from? Is it not enough if I dress well, I speak well, I walk well? What else do I need to know?
I like what those that you have mentioned. Dress well, speak well, work well. But the truth is, that's not why you're employed. Because you see, the employer likes it when you look good, you give the organization a strong brand, you speak well, you can relate with the customers very well, but that's not all it takes. Now, Albert Mehrabian carried out a research, and in his research he discovered that whether you like it or not, people will form impressions about you. Because human beings work well with impressions. We can't help it. The human mind cannot work in isolation. You need to form an impression of someone before you can decide how you're going to relate with that person. So in his research, he discovered that 55% of the impression that people have of you is from appearance, from the way you're put together, your dress, your color combination, your makeup, your hair. 55% of the impression people will have of you is from your appearance. Another 38% will be from the way you speak, your vocal projection, your construction, the choice of words you use. Because believe me, if you had started the show and when you asked me the first question, I went like, I'm wanting to introduce myself to you. I doesn't like it when people,
oh my gosh,
you will cringe. And it will now become difficult for you to really accept the fact that I have what it takes to be a consultant, or I'm an expert at anything whatsoever. So our communication skills or communication styles also forms 38% of the impression people have of us. That's 93% of the impression that has been formed already without you even getting to know the person. So the remaining almost insignificant 7% is the real you, what you're actually made of. And unfortunately, people most of the time don't get to the 7% before they form impressions about you. But that 7% is not totally insignificant. It plays a role. Now, if your parent has opened doors for you and your vocal projection has gotten people to turn their ears towards you and listen to what you have to say, that 7% had better sustain you. That's the error that so many people make. Yes, we pay a lot of attention to our parents, we pay attention to the way we speak, the way we appear, and then we forget about the 7%, which will come to play once people have given you a chance. That's the respect that we're talking about at work. Because at work, people will get to know that 7%. The only time you can be rest assured that people may not know that 7% is if you're probably just going to miss them. It's just it's just briefly, maybe just a few minutes. Then you can be rest assured that you can cover that 7%. That's the real you, your content, your skills. You can cover it and people will know. But if you have to have a continuous relationship with people, they are bound to get to know who you really are. And that's when they now know if they're going to give you respect or not. Because respect is not, you don't demand respect, you earn it. So coming back to work now, you have set goals for yourself, you have been given a designation at work, you know what you're supposed to do. How do you get your boss to respect you? How do you get your colleagues to respect you? How do you even get your direct reports to respect you? Because it's not by going about shouting, I'm older than you, I'm your manager, you report to me. That's not how you get people to respect you. So the secret to getting respected at work, the quickest way to earn respect at work is by generating the desired result. Believe me, if you consistently deliver results, you don't need to tell anybody, you don't need to preach any message. People just automatically look at you and they relate with you from that high pedestal. ability to generate, I didn't just say results because not all results are, appreciated. Ability to generate the desired and expected result. You are a constant result-oriented fellow. You know what your boss wants and you give it to him or her, so that your boss is made to shine all the time. Your department is made to shine all the time. Believe me, that respect will be automatic. I once had, I was talking to a young lady after giving a talk. She walked up to me and she said she wanted me to tell her some things, and she told me that she had issues at work. Herself and another lady are on the same level at work, but she felt that the other lady was giving preferential treatment, whereas because they are all on the, they're both on the entry level, they usually just ask her to get them food, make photocopies, and the menial tasks. Whereas the other lady, she believes they take her with them when they're going for meetings. She's always there for meetings, and yes, she believes that she worked, and she had more skills than this other lady. And she concluded that it must be because the other lady is a relative of one of the, top management. That mindset. So I asked her if she wanted me to tell her the truth, or she wanted me to tell her what, people naturally will say to her to make her feel good. And she said she wanted me to tell her the truth. So I said, it's because in that organization, you have communicated to everybody that you are very good at buying maybe amala or rice or eba. You know where to get the best. That's the reason why they send you. And when you make photocopies, your photocopies are so perfect. So why would they ask you to do anything more serious than that? Because the day you start showing them that you have more upstairs, you have more to offer, you are at the Monday morning meeting, you give them solutions that bring millions of naira into the organization, they will stop. You won't even need to canvas for it. They just automatically switch gears and they start looking at you from a different light. But the error most of us, the errors most of us commit is we tend to explain away whatever the situation is, and we justify it in our minds. If not that the other person is related to the chairman, they will not be treating me like this, without looking inwards and asking yourself some real salient questions. So ability to generate results is one of the most crucial ways of getting respected and recognition at work. Now, another point that I always give to people is developing initiative and proactive thinking. And unfortunately, quite a number of young executives coming up, they tend not to display a lot of this. They just come thinking that you have to tell them everything that they have to do. And so if you don't tell them, they don't do anything. Initiative has become so scarce. Take, for instance, someone was sharing with me that at work, they needed this colored paper for something. And unfortunately, they couldn't get it where they always got it. So he asked this young guy to go to Mega Plaza. I think they have an office equipment store there, to get one of the colored paper to find out if they had. And he wasn't even sure of how much, it was going to cost. So he just asked this guy, take my car, let the driver take you down to Mega Plaza. They went, they got caught in traffic, kept on calling, where are you guys, blah, blah, blah. So eventually when this guy got back to the office, do they have or don't they have? They have. Okay, I think this guy specifically wanted a particular color. So he asked if they had that particular color, and he said, oh, that they didn't have. He said, but that this is the one they had. Okay, how much is it? And the guy said, well, unfortunately, I didn't ask. So not only did you not buy it, you didn't even ask. So immediately you got there and you asked, do you have it in this color? And they said no. You just turned back. It didn't occur to you to ask, okay, what colors do you have? And how much is it? And then maybe you call your boss from there to say, they don't have the color you're looking for. Should I buy this color? And you came all the way back to the office to tell me that.
After spending so much time in the traffic.
If you were the boss, what would you do?
Oh my gosh.
You see what we're talking about. You just find yourself in certain situations where you don't know. How do you handle such an executive? Believe me, next time I have an important project, that fellow can never be the person that I will call. Because you know that this kind of person, it will take this person 5 or 8 times the required time and resources and energy to give you the desired result. So when it comes to respect, believe me, no matter what, it becomes difficult for you to accord this person the requisite respect. because this person is not even delivering on little basic assignments. How much more the very important ones?